Hi guys, I'm your IELTS teacher, Jessica Beck. In this fourth episode of our grammar series on the podcast, Aubrey and I teach you a very amazing grammar hack. How to use would plus the infinitive to raise your grammar score, especially in speaking part 2. This is an amazing episode, guys, so take notes. And remember, if you want to learn what you would get on IELTS if you took it right now, you can, for free, get your estimated IELTS band score at allearsenglish.com/IELTS quiz. All right, guys, enjoy the episode. This is an IELTS Energy Podcast, episode 865, When Grammar Matters For. You would have better grammar.
Welcome to the IELTS Energy Podcast from All Ears English with your hosts, former IELTS Examiner Jessica Beck and Lindsay McMahon, the English adventurer. With hundreds of Band 7, 8, and 9 success stories, our strategies are the smartest in the IELTS world. Get your estimated band score now with our 2-minute quiz. Go to allearsenglish.com/myscore.
Today you'll learn a simple grammar structure that is easy to use on IELTS, but extremely impressive and native. Take notes because you'll definitely want to practice this so that you are ready to get a speaking 9. Hey Aubrey, what's going on?
Hey Jessica, not much here. We're all stuck at home. What about you?
Yeah, still stuck at home. But while we are stuck at home, we are not stopping bringing you podcasts, guys. At IELTS Energy, we are still always going to bring you 3 free new episodes every week. And on the All Ears English side, 4 new episodes every week. So guys, if you have some extra time on your hands, listen to more podcasts. All right. I know I've been listening to more podcasts.
I know my house has never been cleaner because I like to clean while I listen to podcasts.
Yes.
And I've been listening to a lot of podcasts. I'm like, I may as well clean while I listen.
Oh my God, same here. I scrubbed my balcony walls for 3 hours. All of the mildew and dirt. It is beautiful now.
Nice. That's a good shut-in activity to do.
I know, right? And, you're outside, kind of. So, yeah. All right, guys, let us remind you real fast before we get to today's grammar lesson, which is amazing, guys. This is such
a good one.
Oh my God. This is a great grammar hack for sounding super grammar smart on your speaking exam. So before we get to that, guys, we want to tell you about our web class. Aubrey, what is the web class you and I are going to be doing?
Yes, we're doing a speaking web class. We want you guys to make sure that you are going to get the highest score you possibly can. So allearsenglish.com/certain to sign up. And we are going to give you all the inside information about how to be calm and relaxed and confident, the preparation you need to do in order to be prepared as you can be to get a speaking 9. Get a 9 on your speaking exam.
Why not?
Right?
Yeah, guys. So I was an IELTS examiner for 14 years, which means I did at least, conservative estimate, 6,000 speaking exams, guys. And you know what? Most of those people got a 6 because it's just what happens. That is the average, guys. Everybody gets a band 6 on speaking. So in this web class, how to be 100% certain in uncertain times of getting a 7 and higher, we're going to give you real insider tips for every part of the speaking exam and pronunciation tips, vocab, anti-anxiety tips. So, oh my God. This web class is going to be amazing. Don't wait to sign up, guys. This is a limited number of people that can be in here. So go to allearsenglish.com/certain. That's CERTAIN. All right. So today, this is the next installment in our grammar series, which is so awesome. What are we talking about today, Aubrey?
We are going to teach you guys how to use a grammar tense, which is very impressive, but very easy to use. So that makes it a perfect tense to use on the IELTS exam.
Yeah.
It is the future from a past perspective. So let me just tell you what that is. It sounds very confusing, but it's very simple. It does, right? So we use the word would to describe what people in the past imagined their future would be. So for example, the sentence, I thought I would grow up to be a neurosurgeon. So it's actually very simple, right? You've got past simple tense and the word would talking about how you thought things would be different.
Why is this useful for IELTS?
So yeah, you want to use impressive grammar. You want to impress the examiner so they can give you those really high grammar marks, but you don't want to be overcomplicating things and using difficult, complex grammar because then it's so easy to make a lot of mistakes, which pull down your grammar score. This is a grammar form that is very simple. Practice a little bit. You'll be able to use it perfectly so you can get those good marks using something that's actually very simple.
It's all about being strategic, right? Guys, we can spend hours and hours and hours, months and months and months studying quote unquote grammar. You're still not going to get the perfect grammar score, all right? Because if you try and be too fancy and use all these complicated structures, you're going to make more mistakes, just like Aubrey said. So if you want to save time and be strategic about it, right, you just need to learn a few impressive structures really, really well. So this is super useful for IELTS, guys, because in speaking part 1, there are questions about comparing your life now to when you were a child, like all the time. Topics about food. Did you like the same foods when you were a kid? Topics about exercise. Did you do the same sports in your childhood? I mean, literally, you will definitely get a question about childhood in speaking part 1. We're going to talk about some more times on the speaking exam you could use this tense, but let's go into a couple more examples so you guys could really get the context, see how we use this. So we're using this to describe something that we thought when we were a kid or maybe thought in the past, but it didn't come true, right? That's the situation. So the most common way is to be when I was a kid, I wanted to be a professional soccer player when I grew up and it didn't happen. Right?
Yeah, exactly. Right. When I was a kid, I thought I would be a computer programmer.
Did you really?
Yeah, there was a careers class and you had to choose what you thought you would be. And I chose computer programming. I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know, computers weren't even a big thing back then. So long ago.
That's hilarious. That's awesome. I love a little precocious Aubrey. Right. I could imagine you as a kid winning spelling bees and wanting coding. To be a computer programmer. Okay, guys. So that's a great example of when to use it. But let's give you a couple more examples. Okay. So again, that simple past verb, I thought, I wanted, I figured, I believed, I imagined. So all of those verbs, guys, would be perfect in these situations, right? And then would plus the bare infinitive. So the bare infinitive is just the verb, right? Yep. I thought I would be, I thought I would go, I thought she would say, all of these things natives say all the time, but I rarely, if ever, hear students use this structure. So again, very easy, very impressive. So we talked about how useful it is for speaking part 1. Do you think we could use this in speaking part 2 as well?
Definitely. If you are telling a story and you don't have a lot more to say and the time's not up, you can talk about what you thought would be different. So for example, if the question is, describe the last book you read, and after talking about the plot and you don't have a lot more to say, you could say, what you imagined the plot would be while you were reading it, or what you thought was going to happen. I imagined the maid would turn out to be the murderer, but it was the butler, right? And this is a good way to fill more time with an impressive grammar structure.
Oh my God. I think, guys, you should just add this to your strategy. Like for speaking part 2, every time you're telling a story, it could be as straightforward as like describe the last book, describe a movie you like, describe a TV show where it's like real easy to tell a story. But it could be a story about like any of the topics, right? Like describe the last party you went to, right? And then you could say like, before I went to the party, I thought it would be so boring, but actually I made a lot of new friends and it was awesome. So I think you could connect this to like any story.
Question. Yeah. If they ask you, describe the last time you visited a friend out of state, you could even start by saying, I thought it would be a difficult plane flight, but it was very easy and it went really quickly, right? And just talk about anything that you thought would happen that didn't.
Oh my gosh, guys. Okay. I promise you guys you can use this, and I promise you guys it sounds native and impressive. So you guys need to practice this though. So come back to the blog, allearsenglish.com/IELTS. This is episode 864. Read the blog post, guys. See these examples we've been giving you. And then Aubrey is going to put some grammar exercises in there as well, just to encourage you to practice this tense even more. So guys, definitely come back to the blog, allearsenglish.com/IELTS, episode 864. And one more resource, guys, because you are asked all the time about your childhood on the speaking exam. While you're on our website, guys, go back and listen to IELTS Energy episode 494. It's a vocab episode to talk about childhood. So you can combine that in your practice with this structure. Hello, awesome listeners. Do you want to be 100% certain of your speaking score on your next IELTS exam? Come to our web class, guys. It's going to be so amazing. Aubrey and I are presenting this web class all about IELTS speaking at the end of April. Grab your spot now. Sign up. Go to allearsenglish.com/certain. That's allearsenglish.com/CERTAIN. See you there. All right, last thing before we go, what about speaking part 3? Because I don't know, do you think this is useful for speaking part 3 answers?
Oh, definitely. I see a lot of speaking part 3 questions comparing the past to now.
Totally.
And so you can talk about what you thought might be different or what others thought might be different. So if the question is, how has technology changed in the past few decades? What would be a good answer for that, Jessica?
You could say many people believed that cell phones would never become popular, but they were wrong.
Right? It's such a high level answer. It's really impressive.
It sounds great.
Yeah.
It sounds great. Guys, so you can see there are huge differences between our examples for part 1, part 2, and part 3. Guys, you really need to be strategic and have the insider information because all 3 parts are totally different. And the things the examiner listens for are also slightly different, right? Because they're different questions with different expectations. So guys, you need to be 100% in control of your performance. And the best way to do that is come to our free live web class. So we're doing 2. You have 2 options, guys, April 25th and 27th. Sign up, grab your spot right now. Go to allearsenglish.com/certain. That's CERTAIN. Free live web class with me and Aubrey.
I love those web classes. I love that it's so live fun. And we can see the students' comments in there. And it's fun just to be able to react. And you never know what's going to happen when it's live. So definitely come check it out. I love those web classes.
It's so fun. And it's not recorded, guys. Like this class, it's not the same as the podcast, obviously. It's live. You are there live with us. So don't miss this opportunity, guys. It's a whole different way to learn from us. All right, guys. So thank you, Aubrey, for this amazing grammar episode. I love this series. It's so useful, so fun, and we've never done anything like this before.
Yeah, I love that we're focusing really on the grammar that you're going to be able to use on the IELTS exam, because that's what you need to know. That's what's key. There's so much grammar to learn, and you don't want to be wasting your time on a lot of these rules. So this series is going to give you all of the grammar that you can use on IELTS, what you need to focus on.
Well, that is our motto for our course, even 3 Keys IELTS, and it does come through in everything we teach. Simplify, practice, succeed. We don't want you guys to waste time. We don't want to waste time teaching you guys stuff that isn't needed. So you can trust, guys, everything we say, you need to know. All right, Aubrey, I'll talk to you tomorrow, okay?
All right. See you later.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to IELTS Energy. Hit subscribe now and don't forget to find your estimated band score at allearsenglish.com/myscore.